Welcome back to the studio. It is time for map 2, Overpass. And I'm excited for this because I think OpTic can offer perhaps some more than on Inferno. I think Inferno is somewhat of a limiting map. Not quite as much open space for the likes of Config to just run around and shoot people. Not as many clutch situations, I feel like, that are as compelling. That said, Zywoo is pretty big deal.
You can actually calculate square root with this.
Oh.
How cool is that? But that's part 7.
What part
Introduction.
are you on?
Okay, top down camera. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. All right. You probably can't read this from there. Introduction, general directions, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, shortcuts and review exercises, square root and cube root.
Oh.
I never heard of cube root before. What else cube roots? And appendices.
I've heard of it, but I don't remember it. It's been
Let's see.
it's been years.
So something square, something cubed.
Let's see what's going on here.
So there you go. It's pretty simple.
You're so smart, Dan. All right, so this is 9. So this is like 1 here. So I don't know what these are for. What's going on?
You have to keep reading. You're only on the first page.
Oh, correct method of moving the beads. You must be like this. You can see the hand. I think we're doing it right. All right,
It's a weird middle finger.
Back
Look
to you,
at
Dan.
that.
This is my segment done now.
He's done.
Wow.
More to continue with that throughout the whole show.
Where's my paycheck?
Basic arithmetic with James.
What's been updated?
Oh, so gone
Oh,
to
the odds have been updated. Ooh.
Give us the odds.
What?
Whoa.
What?
What? No.
Is that correct?
I've never seen something that high.
There is a cat
I'll
on
be
the
right,
keyboard.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'll be right back. I gotta make that bet right
on the
now.
keyboard in the Pinnacle office, just on the wrong keyboard. How? That is crazy.
That's a bit
That
outrageous.
is crazy.
Let's put $10 down on OpTic, man.
Get the credit cards out. Oh my god, those are wild. From one map to another. I mean, oh wait, I'm sorry. I need to get my phone out and see. Like, I need to do some research. I need to find justification for this. Okay, I need the stats.
I can understand OpTic, being the underdogs here now, but 8 or 9 to 1 almost.
I mean, all right. I need to see what is the reason for this. All right, where are we? Going to the map matchups. Overpass Vitality in the last 12 maps of Overpass, they've won 83% of the time.
It's a pretty good percentage.
OpTic have won 50%.
Yeah, but
in 10 maps.
Yeah, but we don't know what the quality of the opposition is there, and also it ignores those statistics. Ignore a lot of important factors, right?
82% on Nuke as well. Okay, so it looks like Vitality. I mean, that was the pick. Inferno was the pick of OpTic. So maybe those are accurate odds, but it just looks crazy to me. It looks crazy.
It's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
Mean,
It's like, well, if you think they're gonna win. Did anyone pick OpTic?
I did.
You did.
I was being very hopeful.
The thing is, Valve. We're not allowed to get involved. Although, I mean, it's our own show, so we wouldn't do it anyway. But yeah, people at home might not know that. So yeah, we're not allowed to. But you guys are. So if you think those odds, if you think they've lost their mind in the Pinnacle office, if you think those guys are crazy, then you know where to go.
Yeah, where do you go, James, on this one? Give me your Overpass analysis.
Well, the statistics look pretty solid. I think, do you know what? I don't want to harp on about the same thing too much, but I'm loving just the sheer level of coordination that we're seeing from Vitality. They look like they've been working really hard. Like, even the small things like the Molotov you see on the side. Normally you see people, like most other teams, hold that Molotov for the dark position for the retake. But they're trying to buy time for a rotation in. So they're playing their own game. They're not looking at what everyone else is doing and copy and pasting. They're like, okay, this is what we want to do. This is how we want to play the game. And they've got their own identity in that. And that's something which is hard to come by these days. If you look at Mirage, how many people, for example, are doing the Australis smoke top mid on the CT side? Everyone's doing the same thing, but Vitality, they're out there. They're on their own. They're not following any trodden path. They're out there with their own. They've got their like flamed torches, and they're just out there in the wilderness. They're north of the wall, baby.
The wildlings.
Yeah. So I'm liking Vitality. They're making a fan out of me.
Well, they'll be on the CT side, and that's going to be really fun. I'm very curious how Zywoo is going to be on this one. If they get off to a good start, will we see him just go crazy with the AWP? Lots of options for him and the rest of his team. And he's going to spot a few players surely soon, as they will make their way around the Playground and Fountain, and there you go. The bomb's been spotted, so rotations will surely start to begin once if they can get the next kill. Oh, there you go, just knocking out Nico. Yikes. This is pretty devastating. He's just... this is not fair, really. Is it fair?
His aim is too good. It's way too good.
He just makes it look way too uncontested.
It looks too easy.
Yeah.
It's never like that for me. I get instant headshotted, wide swinging race car style all day, every day.
Tap, tap. Snappy does not know how bad a situation he's in. That's a good start, looking to capitalize on it. ZywOo forced to move back. He could double peek with RPK. Oh, Snappy again, he doesn't know. Apex hasn't heard him just yet.
Oh.
He's got to look to his left. Surely! Oh, it was not to be. The last page is torn from the book. The story will end abruptly for OpTic in the pistol round.
That if he gets that kill, would have been kind of interesting to see how that one plays out.
He probably rushed B at this point, you think?
Yeah, he thought 40 seconds, he'd have smoke. Yeah, so it would have been kind of fun to watch that. But anyway, OpTic, will they go for the force buy? The classic force buys we've been seeing. I do like it when teams don't go for the force buy in this situation, just because getting the AKs out on this map is really awesome, like working towards bathrooms, because you can kind of count that the CTs will have weaponry like this. I probably want to get aggressive. You can really capitalize on those open spaces around the A side of the map. But
it's also good to point out if the other team's buying a lot of submachine guns on their anti-eco. And Vitality has been, so it'd be even better on, to save and have AKs in the next round against submachine guns.
Yeah. Well, this is spray control. Just flashes over the top, and everyone's been wiped out. But that's okay. It's by design. That's what we expected to happen. But this is going to be where things get interesting. Because OpTic do get the AKs. Got the Krieg on Nico. Surely they should be able to get some good damage here. Surely they'll go towards A. Or these bathrooms.
I don't think OpTic has seen all the submachine guns on Vitality because they went B and Spring got mowed down by an M4. So maybe do they expect them to still be on submachine guns? I mean, you have to expect some people to be on it. But this forces Vitality to play an aggressive setup where they have to take con, maybe take over water if they wanted to. Try to close the gap with submachine guns. Get close and personal. See the white of their eyes.
SMG party for Vitality. MSL teams on the T side of Overpass have always been great to watch. The man loves himself some grenades. He's mentally stimulated by flashbangs. Snappy had a good chance even before the flashbang went off there, but he will lose the duel to an MP9. Nice upgrade for the French in connector. And now what are OpTic to do? We've got plays from Vitality being active, proactive, not reactive, but OpTic are moving down the long position. Pop flash through the smoke. Will it be enough? You can see Apex starting to move away. That might just save him, unbeknownst to him. Some spray. He's asking some questions, and Nico might just try to answer them, but that is not coordinated. Nico faces and eats his own team's flashbang. He's spotted a play, but he can't quite get a kill. Apex running for his life. But ZywOo will trade the frag. Alex taken out elsewhere. And the bomb's still stuck on long behind the Molotov, which will buy some time for a rotation, at least from NBK.
Good position for ZywOo, but the flashbang will be effective. RPK on the big flank. There should surely be an AK around here, but he may want to choose to stick to this MP9. So he creeps up closer. Takes time to miss out. Refresh this week as well. RPK with a solid opportunity here. So he tries to wrap around the side of the smoke to see if he can find a headshot, but he'll get taken out. And the dream is dead. Good recovery from OpTic after losing a man in connector. They had a good response. They're speeding things up towards the A bomb site, and they'll put their first round on the board early.
I wonder why RPK didn't pick up the rifle, because he ran towards the flower bed, so it's not like he was going to take them by surprise in terms of position. So I think there was a weapon to be collected there. And he is very good with an AK-47, but here we are. It's 2-1 in favor of Vitality. They're on the buy again. They've got one less SMG. All rifles for OpTic. A cameo appearance from a Galil on MSL. No sniperoos just yet. Plenty of flashbangs for OpTic. And again, I'd really love to see loads of flashbangs and the odd smoke grenade on the likes of, well, on an MSL team. Seen plenty of smoke executes on the A bomb site with previous rosters, and I'm sure his teammates will meet the discipline he demands.
I like what Vitality did this round. They Molotov the entrance to Playground to force OpTic to really slow down. And in the meantime, Vitality had 4B. So if OpTic wanted to say, oh, they may have pushed Party in Playground, let's rush B or something, Vitality was there to just capitalize on that trap. So a little mind game right there from assuming MBK threw that Molotov towards Playground.
I might try an auto sniper from there one day.
Why not that be today?
And then rotate to A and no scope everyone.
Flash for MBK as he looks down towards the divider and doesn't find anything just yet, but there they go. Reflash, really well done. Apex alone, completely alone and out there. Zyu's stuck behind smoke for the time, well actually inside the smoke, looking for the perfect moment to strike. If he can find it, maybe he can cause some damage, but it's just a UMP. Here he goes. Config, hand over his face, but still, doesn't matter.
Dabbing right there.
That's going to break the money for Vitality. This puts OpTic in a great position to have a nice lead. Snappy is quite snappy. I think he's got himself a good nickname when he's holding an AK-47. And RPK is position unknown. Standing in an area where you would throw HE grenades towards the sandbag position, whereas CT might be jump peeking.
I think the answer for Vitality is simply just having Zyu and York playing towards the bathrooms early in some of these rounds, just to control the flow of players. Because one thing that was really effective there was OpTic's flash work towards bathrooms. That was it just dismantled that setup, and I think the AWP is a way to respond that could work. Because you'd have a different setup.
Just have a gauntlet of Zyu angles, starting off by party or stairs, falling back to bathrooms, then divider, then CT spawn, and it gets like you give a person like Zyu 5-6 chances at 5 different positions. It's going to add up. He's going to get those kills. He's going to hit those shots. So yeah, as you mentioned, very good flash work from OpTic. They just we've seen like 3 or 4 at least blind, 100% blind kills.
Train is on the way, so hold your grenades. MSL looking to get an entry of a MAC-10. Not ideal in terms of range. He'll get taken out. Very exposed. Oh, the running USP, I like it. And they continue to chase. Refresh in a beautiful position, but he's running out of bullets. There's a reload from Zyu. They're all pretty low. If he finds some headshots, then who knows, but that won't be the story because OpTic have the pen.
It's pretty simple. Spread out, kind of just work together, take some angles. OpTic was having a problem on the first map, kind of spread out a little bit, so they've tightened up their team play a little bit so far. Flashing, peeking together. Sometimes it's just simple stuff that wins you the rounds.
It's Molotov to slow down the CTs if they want to take sewers. And MSL's out there. Oh, Molotov must have missed. But that one won't. On the bathrooms. Bathrooms, sorry. The barrels. So you can use them as a bathroom space. Lots of pressure on that B bomb side here. Start from MBK though. Closing the door. Upgrading to an AK-47. And that creates some problems there because if you want to go in towards that B bomb site, you're just really worried about that flank. But look at this. We've got Nico on the A bomb site. And it's such a position in which his job now is to backstab, get a couple kills, and that will unlock the B-bomb side. And I really like this, as opposed to sort of trying to get people back towards A. I like going for this, because clearly they just have no idea that he's here. He's going to see absolutely everything. Wow,
oh my
going
goodness.
for the full spray. That's so interesting. There's so many ways to do that, and he chooses the full spray.
That's scary.
Juicy.
That is scary.
Well, now Zyu has an AK-47. That is also scary. Config has an off angle though. And he will surely have a plenty of warning. Straight in the face, baby. 3 players survive. This was... oh man. This was like slowly pouring gravy over a Sunday roast. Drop by drop. Smell it. It's delightful.
Mm.
So
Smell my
interesting
gravy.
to go for the full spray there. So like tapping the one guy that's away from the two that are close together and then spraying the two or whatever else it would be. But I like the confidence. I like that he gets it done. And OpTic 4 rounds in a row. Up on ZywOo now though. We talked about this and he's actually playing a long. So he will be towards the A side of the map at least. MBK will be his rifle support effectively, playing around the bathrooms. So at the moment they're somewhat split up, but that's okay. They're actually moving together now.
Man like Mathieu.
So Vitality will have a very different approach here. Oh,
we saw this yesterday, but usually the person on top had an AWP. Oh, and I was looking for it.
Where's the Krieg? At least.
He's so smart.
Dry as you like. No flash, no nothing, just dry. No drink, just biscuits. Dry.
That's a terrible thing.
This lamppost. So that lamppost, I believe, was put in a very specific place where if you just stand with it in front of you and throw that flashbang, it's just a straight up pop flash into the toilets. Rather than the rudimentary one bouncing off the other wall. Very simple stuff. I never thought about that before. I'm like, this is just too perfect. It's just too easy to stand by this lamppost and pop flash the toilets.
Well, there's a lot of... I've noticed on maps, we'll talk about maybe after the round, there's like little decals on maps that they add to it, I believe, that you could aim your crosshair on it. It's like a pop flash or pop smoke for a specific area. You'll notice it.
Speaking of pops, popping grapes on the B bomb site. Both teams are trying to do so. One headshot, plenty of bullets to the body. And the AUG is working out very well for RPK, although he'll switch out for the AK-47, which you don't always see, but it's one shot to the head and dead from pretty much any relevant range. Marvelous. At least for RPK.
It's nice crossfire from Vitality and RPK, or OpTic, just not checking their corner to the right. And that's the dangers of taking Catwalk without taking Monster. Because you're at a choke point where you got to look CT spawn, Heaven, and then to the right so you have Monster. So generally you kind of want to eliminate as many angles as possible, especially in like a 3-on-3 or 4-on-3 situation. Eliminate risks.
Nice, HE. That's actually going to do just enough damage that those two players now will die from a single bullet if it is a headshot from these M4s. And we'll get OpTic moving through towards the A side of the map, mostly within this default here. We've got the bathrooms control slowly but surely coming about as they take long first. And where is ZywOo? He is towards the bathrooms himself, so I wonder how much damage he's going to be able to find. Start to see the rest of OpTic drifting back from B towards A now as well. So they definitely it's looking like they're committing towards A because they've conceded connector positioning and sewers positioning to have all 5 bodies around the bathrooms.
Know your boosts. ZywOo certainly seems to. Very aware player. Very, very aware player. 35 seconds remain. Look at all the smokes for OpTic. We spoke about the smoke execute towards A on a previous round, and it seems we might just see that now, as many of them, plenty of them have been deployed. A fakes emergence from the smoke, won't quite work for him. A and NBK taken out as well. ZywOo moving around the smokes, but a bomb still needs to get planted. Easier said than done, but the Molotovs will stop people from spraying certain lineups, but the time through the box and again, but the bomb does get planted.
That's so awesome. Not enough people doing that. RPK waiting for his moment to strike, and he really wants some distraction, but he's going to have to get this 1v1 going. Already an off angle. ZywOo, it's not really much he can do from his position. He doesn't have any teammates to play with. So we'll try to back away and save this AWP. Sometimes the best way to save is to be somewhat offensive. You have to have the pistol out and know someone's close by.
Hiding in plain sight.
Or is he going to try to go for something here? He's just trying to threaten it, draw players back towards the bomb at the very least.
He would have actually defused it if he had gone for it. I think. I don't know if Refresh had eyes on the bomb.
I see a person here. Oh wait, actually I don't know. That was not a Divider. That was graffiti.
Also, I do want to say we've seen in the overpasses that we've seen so far this season, there's been plenty of times where a T side have tried to plant even in weird off angles on the A bomb site while smokes have been up and they've still got sprayed down. But the addition you saw from OpTic, which is why I said MS are so meticulous, is that we had 2 Molotovs on the site around Optimus in places that would be very common for you to hold angles to spray a default plant. So that is something we haven't seen in rounds from other teams. But now we've got OpTic charging into the B bomb site, and RPK has gone absolutely nuclear with a P250, almost getting a 3rd kill, but NBK will follow up. And it's just from RPK. This is ridiculous. All they had was an AWP, and now look at this refresh on 6 HP. Snappy 1 versus 3. The bombs on the floor. He knows 1 player's on the site. He can still win this. Looking for the trade frag. There's players on the high ground. He sees the flashbang. That's the last thing he sees. Zaibu takes him out, and that is a very weird round.
P250 too strong. Pistols so good. It was also a good setup by Vitality. They're just kind of set up to where they're all helping each other.
The molly's on the roof. The Molotov didn't do the trick. He went down eventually, but the molly was in the wrong place.
Yep.
And that's why that was allowed to happen.
It's a hard the Molotov to toss as you're coming down those stairs on B. It's really hard to consistently hit that barrel Molotov because you just have like a small crack of a window. So it takes a lot of practice. See, even miss again.
Yeah, doing exactly the same thing again. And this time they're going to be more successful versus a better buy of Vitality. This is disastrous for Vitality, and that is the round over. That is quite the way to get revenge. I love the fact that they did exactly the same thing, basically.
I like the change of pace, too.
Yeah, they will not be deterred. They will not be instilled with fear because they had a colossal issue in that previous round. They know what they're capable of. They're confident in their own strats and so on. And here they are.
Here they are. 4 left alive on a B rush. It's always a good sign. On a gun round. OpTic was going to be broken if they lost this round. Not just money-wise, but mentally.
I wonder how many times we'll see that again from OpTic. It was very successful.
DB execute.
Mm-hmm.
See if MSL can do maybe a poke towards A, maybe take control of bathrooms, push back A, maybe then go back into B sake. Oh no.
Ooh, just before time. It's kind of a big deal. Like, well, yeah, actually that is kind of a big deal. So, I mean, he has the money for it, but would have been able to drop a teammate. And now he cannot. If he wants to get Norb, that is. Unless it's a FAMAS and he doesn't get some utility, but...
Help yourself, RPK. No money from Zyro. No. No God.
Yes, some damage done to Config there as he makes his way into the sewers. So though. Prodding from short, trying to bait out some nades from the CTs. Because as you mentioned, it might be the case that they go for that B play again, but now you want to bait out some nades, make it look like a default. Important for Vitality to pick up frags before something like that was to come in. MBK in the connector position with a Deagle. So difficult 1v1 to win, but if you can win it, that's beautiful. Gets solid damage to MSL as well. Now, you know, if there was a B player, it's been called off, and that's a great punish from Apex through the wood on the B bomb site. OpTic, they found their way into the A bomb site, and I'm not sure that Vitality have any idea. They definitely do now.
Oh, the smoke is a problem. They could boost onto the balcony, the 2 that are on the B bomb site, but I don't know if they will really go for this. Or maybe they will, actually.
I think they rely on RPK to get a pick. If RPK can get a quick pick, then maybe they can go for it, but looks like they're taking too slow and non-rotate. Oh,
well, it's 3v3. They've got Zaiwu with a kit. He's close to the site, so RPK is still pretty far back. Probably thinking that someone has to be in that position. Oh, Zaiwu seems half deciding on it, going for the smoke defuse. Surely not. Surely not. The kit is very close to the bomb, but it's too late to do anything now, apart from just make it expensive for OpTic. It'll cost Vitality almost everything. Don't think he will find the AWP. The bomb's probably blasted it to the middle of nowhere.
It kind of looked like Vitality was half in, half out on retaking it. As you saw, like, Vitality was really slow to rotate, and they were indecisive about retaking that. If they eliminated that indecisiveness, they probably would have had an extra 5, maybe 10 seconds on the defuse. So kind of a blunder from Vitality. That cost him the big round. And also, sorry to point out that Snappy, he keeps attacking first in connector, and he's all alone. And that's the second time I've seen him get picked off with a pistol when he had a rifle. So if he's playing that con part by himself, maybe slow it down on his teammates. And whoa, what's going on?
Is going on right now? Bunch of pistols, and again, these rounds are getting wild. We've got people in the playground. The police are in the playground. What are you doing there? The bomb's been lost again. Snappy doesn't know where Alex is, but Alex knows where Snappy is. And as he has to go and retrieve the bomb, perhaps there is something to collect for Alex. It is a 50-50 as to where Snappy goes. So worst case scenario, Alex can make his way towards the playground and pick up a weapon if Snappy goes towards B, or he can try to cut him off. Just complete guesswork. Flip a coin. Do you go A? Do you go B? Looking for sound cues as well. From this position, Alex, inside connector, he would hear somebody running towards B. If you're in the middle of connector, where you run past that kind of music door, just after that, when you go towards the stairs, you can hear people running around there from inside connector. Not many people know that, but now you do.
Sound is important.
He didn't make as much sound on the grass, and he is hugging the wall to be as far away as possible. Alex has somehow perfectly nailed this, maybe, but maybe not. Snappy does get himself a better engagement. Alex was already pre-aiming. He's looking to pre-aim down long, it looked like. So he's like looking into the wall before.
That's a little much.
He had the shadow advantage. Not that he knew he was there, but
yeah.
Very awkward.
It's just weird that he turned into the map when he's about to peek the angle like that. Maybe he has a really slow sensitivity. That's why he does that?
It was. I did wonder. It was weird.
Yeah.
But there we go. I mean, credit to Vitality for taking it that far with a bunch of pistols in the first place, and that is a scary man for OpTic, even if you win, because there's a lot more Counter-Strike to come. And that might tell you that your opponent is stronger if they're able to do that with a bunch of pistols. Excuse me. Playground taken early by OpTic, looking for more aggression, and there is more aggression. NBK, the thug by the fountain, looking for something. Oh my days. MSL jumps. He even bounced off the ceiling to limit his risk, and he still got wrecked. There is a trade. Snappy turns away. Shot in the back by Zaiwu, who continues to be a problem. 12 for 7.
And we don't see many rounds where he's been activated towards these bathrooms. This is definitely a good one, though. It's another kill. That should probably shut down the round. It's a 2v4 refresh. Needs a bunch of entries here. Gets dinged instantly. It's a nice shot from him, though. But he has been hamstrung enormously. At this point, with 4 points of health, he needs Nico to be the guy to take some bullets first. And Nico will be swinging on through, but the information's there from Vitality too, with Apex pushing around the balloons and fountain. And Vitality know now what's going on. OpTic will make their way in. Last ditch attempts on that bomb site of B. Smoke there. They try to go for a plant. The RPK just has to wait for that sound.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Premature peek here. It's causing some problems. 2 versus 2, but the flank is going to be in. Oh my god. How the hell have they pulled that one off? That is definitely a series of mistakes from Vitality.
Yeah.
RPK peeking a bit too early. Apex not killing just at least one person.
After this performance from Zaiwu, the first kill was so ridiculous. They're on a 4 versus 2, and Refresher's on 6 HP. That is very small margin of victory, but I mean, this could be a pivotal moment. What is going on with my brain? A pivotal moment. Too much coffee. OpTic make it to 9 rounds. They're on the cusp of breaking Vitality. You've got a bunch of SMGs, French guns, and very light on grenades, and no defuse kits in this particular round. So, I mean, there's a chance. Are we going to see an 11-4 now? I feel like that is putting OpTic in a very strong position where they might trade maps. So that round could be enormous. And Snappy, we spoke about the plays in Connector. He's changed his approach, and it's been very successful indeed.
Zaiwu has to play a little passive.
Wow, that's some good damage from RPK. Alex with the weakened MSL on Nico. Does stand a chance here, even though he has a FAMAS. Deep position for Nico on the A bomb site. And Alex will hear that actually. He might get the drop on him. He does, and an upgrade to be had. And they'll continue going towards the A bomb sites as Alex makes a lot of stepping, so they'll know that he's still down there. And he'll walk his way back. Full HP, AK-47, Kevlar, smoke grenade. Some options here. Gotta be really careful with this peak because it's much more free for the OpTic team to spray this. The resmoke comes in, and Alex perhaps overplaying his hand and just after being spotted, just standing there still.
It's unlucky he got hit by the grenade though. That was all the information that MSR needed. He knew exactly where he was, and that was that.
So OpTic looking like a new team, or is Vitality kind of slowing down? Like, what do you think about this?
But both perhaps. I think Vitality have not really found the pace on the CT side at all. We don't see them taking the initiative very much.
The only time they seem to have these picks is when ZywOo is getting those op kills and making a huge impact. Other than that, it's kind of OpTic just slowly choking out Vitality. The triangle choke. Tell me more, James.
I had to modify my triangle choke because of the length of my limbs. Smoke on the barrel position and OpTic move in. They've got a numbers advantage. MSL with a very important pick just before those smokes start to bloom. Alex has been spotted. There's a bomb in a really bad spot, but the trades continue. And we've got ZywOo moving in only with a scout, however. And Apex is on the flank with an auto shotgun, so the range is super weird. He's up close with a scout, and Apex is far away with a short to medium range weapon. He's taken out now, swapping out for the MP9, but he can't fire it in time. And that will be an 11-4 scoreline for OpTic.
Wow. OpTic just coming in huge. Dan, what do you think? I want to know what you're thinking.
It's about time we will see a resurgence from Vitality, just as OpTic did on the first map. But first, we'll take a quick break, and then we're going to find out some more. Welcome back, ladies and gents. OpTic crushing it on Overpass on map 2. They lost map 1, but they're looking like they've set themselves up nicely to take map 2. And it all starts here on the second half in this pistol. Vitality have to show us a new face. And I feel like they might. I feel like for whatever reason, they just didn't understand the best ways to take the initiative on that first half. They were at the mercy of OpTic. But on the T side, it should be a different story.
Apex needs to take his team, start slapping them in the face, get them all riled up. Get the energy flowing here. You look flat, Vitality.
MSL, so many targets, but the one on his back is the biggest. Or his face, rather. Target on his face. 1 minute on the clock for Vitality to continue to press on, to push forward. Streaming from the toilet's position. Snappy spots somebody just before he gets blinded. Great use of utility for Vitality to force these players back, to put them into less than ideal situations, to pop faces. Config now, 1 versus 4. Is it going to be a highlight reel for him? Apex dances left and right. No more dancing for him, though. There's RPK. He will trade. And RPK gets a cheap helmet. So does NBK, which means rifles are coming.
Nice flash work from Vitality, as you said, in that round. Really just... OpTic was set up for crossfires, for damage, for headshots galore. But the smoke and flash from Vitality really pushed him off. And very key. Flashes are so important. I can't stress it enough. Every round, I'll stress it. And it's still not enough.
Should be a pretty fast one. I like it when teams just rush Fountain with 5 players, because you can kind of get a 5-man peak almost with it.
You get one naded. To take away 90% of everyone's HP. That's the risk, though. You gotta take risks.
So here we have Vitality just running Zayu up to A by himself. Everyone else is holding position. Based off the information that Zayu gets, they'll then make the decision as to whether they'll go, like where they'll go. And if they see no one on A, what's interesting here is that they may think, oh, well, then everyone's stacked on B. So maybe they'll go towards A as opposed to walking into B. We'll have to see. So I was searching for the rest of the players. Doesn't know where they are. Vitality now looking at the flank a little bit. And they're still going to B. So they make the right decision.
MSL pretending to be a T right there, rushing with the team. But it doesn't work. OpTic's going to clean up this round, and Snappy, you know, get some damage here. That's the goal. Get some damage. There is no stretch goal because it's probably impossible.
And there it is. The second round's over with, and it was just a save. So now we'll get the big guns from OpTic, but they don't have many nades. So you'd like to see them take the initiative with a push somewhere, get some map control. Because if they just sit and wait on a bomb site, they will lose. They will likely lose and not be unable to hold the site due to that utility disadvantage that they have. It's kind of the basic thinking around that.
3 MAC-10s on roads. How are you going to get something out of this? Range very limited. They've got the advantage of the moving accuracy. Nico stands beside a spade on the shelves. I like the idea of having a sniper here, although an Augers kind of does a similar job. We'll see if he's able to activate NBK. I think he made a step.
He already killed him.
Ah, he died. He died.
He gone.
That's a shame. I like to see plays up there where, say, that guy's looking towards party, so you can see the angle, thanks to Observer Sligwell. You've got another guy taking care of the rest of the connector. You can jump on there from the stairs.
You can. Yes, it's like
you,
a run boost.
If you are a real man.
Oh. There's another one where you could do the run boost on the stairs, and there's a light up there. I'd like to see that done, but it makes a lot of noise, and you got to do it right on the first time.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
Oh no. The MAC-10s might just prevail. We've got some upgrades. Frenchman with a French gun RPK. Apex maybe tried to switch out for something, but all he found was his own MAC-10, so he's back with his MAC-10.
He's back.
This is still doable for OpTic. They've got time on their side now. There's time pressure for Vitality. They're throwing grenades towards the A bomb site, but they're not putting rotation from B. Snappy is just waiting. He's by the barrels. He's got his off angle. There's a molly coming his way. He's blind. They haven't seen him just yet. He's fired a shot though. They've heard him now surely, but they've got to plant the bomb. RPK taken out, but there will be a trade from NBK. Config's got to deliver. He will. Apex trying to move now as fast as he can. He gets spotted, but the Mac 10 from range. What an ironic finish to that story.
That was a crazy round by Vitality. They faked it here and Refresh almost get it. If he got that second kill, would have been a huge difference, but just failing at the very last second. Vitality, though, keeping it together at the 2-on-3. Just exchanging kills, pretty standard in terms of just spacing and timing.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well for OpTic. Their lead is going to diminish pretty rapidly. Vitality, once again, this time not Zaiwu, but Apex sent forwards with that Mac 10. Obviously, he won the last round, kept his Mac 10 in hand, and he'll be looking for information. And, you know, they can just hold this position a little bit, see, okay, do the CTs stay stacked here? Are they getting antsy now? Are they wondering where we're going? Maybe I can catch them moving towards shorts. Okay, no one's shorts. Let's see how far I can go and what I can see. It's all about, like, seeing if he sees 2 players, 3 players. Okay. So now they know where 2 players are. Now they know where 3 players are. Nico, though, getting the kill makes things a bit interesting. Ooh. Nice nade coming in, though. Lots of 1-for-1s, but Vitality still with a pretty huge advantage. They'll outmaneuver the OpTic CT side onto that A bomb sites. The flank, though, looking to make the difference, but and it's an AK as well on Refresh. Saw him. Go ahead.
Snappy showing some presence with the Mac 10. He's got a smoke grenade. Will anybody focus? Look for the second player. Alex taken out. I think they got tunnel vision there. So job well done by Snappy so far. But where is RPK? I don't think he gave some sound cues away by the bank position. Oh, there's the AK taken away, but Snappy's got one as well. Beautiful peek from him, and there's time to defuse the bomb if he finds it quickly. No time to scavenge for anything else.
Good little force buy.
OpTic make it to 12. Their first round in the second half.
Well, I wanted to mention the last round with OpTic where they had that boost from Khan. I really like the idea. If you're going to take Connector as a CT, maybe also take Water and B at the same time. So then the people in Water can help with the Khan in case they get overwhelmed in some way, or if you're in Khan. Because if you're only in Khan and you don't have people Water, you don't have people in the fountain, you could easily get pinched. So you want to kind of have a safeguard to where you have teammates helping you out.
Well then, it's a good buy for both sides. OpTic are moving closer to taking this to a third map. But they're not there just yet. Vitality still have a fight in them. Zaiwu taking chunks from that shrapnel. No sniper for Vitality in this round, but if they win the round, maybe they take MSLs.
So playing a slower one here, default coming out, Apex being that lurk, creating pressure towards B. Always good to have people creating pressure. You want to make sure that the CTs are using utility, that they're not holding onto it. That's a mission and objective that they have, is how long can we hold onto utility without putting ourselves at risk. And that can give you advantages if you have more utility later in the round. And Vitality have bathrooms control now, and OpTic don't know all that much that's going on. They don't have any control into sewers. I think Refresh is taking some jump peaks, but that's about it. They're playing on the bomb side here, so they will be susceptible to the smokes of Vitality. Everything's being deployed onto A now. MSL, good start from him, spots the bomb as well.
Ooh. Lovely shot from MSL. Spots the player towards long as well. He's in such a tight spot, looking to get something else out of it, but he doesn't. Has he bought enough time for his team, however? Refresh moving around the smoke. Apex looking for something. Drops off just at the wrong time, maybe. We've got RPK moving away. Where's he off to? Running all the way down long. He's trying to flank some flanks, but they're all coming from the stairs. Now there's 15 seconds to plant the bomb. RPK is miles away. He's made the wrong play. Apex is on his own. He won't do it. And RPK is running all the way back to the site. Thought surely some more CT had to be coming from Connector, but no. It wasn't the case. And he won't get the damage done. Ding dong with the USP for Config. And OpTic move closer to that 16th round.
I think that's the first round we saw MSL with an AWP. I think in this entire game, I don't remember seeing MSL AWPing earlier on T side.
No.
It's one of the fewer times where, I mean, you saw the round he got 2 kills there, but you'd think there'd be a little more AWP impact overall in this game on a map like Overpass.
Yeah, especially with the likes of ZywOo on the server. Going aggressive here towards Fountain. OpTic will flash for his Nico. Nice flick, finds a quick one onto Apex. Obviously, there's just got pistols mostly, but some people have Kevlar and helmets. Well, Nico will get taken down. I think that was... Oh, it wasn't good smoke.
Ooh.
So getting some good catches. Nice flick, hits Alex. Knows he has hit him. Goes for the finishing shots, but it will be the frag for conflict. So 14-7. And I felt like Vitality were really making inroads onto this map, and I was completely wrong. They lost against that Force Buy, and since then they had to try to find a way to stabilize, and they didn't do well enough in the first half. So they have this one opportunity. That's it.
Just a reminder, this is a LAN qualification match, so it's really important that OpTic, well, for OpTic, that they're able to take this map and take it to the third one, as this is a very big opportunity in this new format here at ECS.
I like the format.
Vitality on the buy once again. They've got 3 players in that connector position. Refresh waiting, but he starts to move back. Those footsteps will be heard. They can hit a retreat, maybe from 2 players, and that will give them confidence, and maybe Vitality will move through faster than they otherwise might have. Vitality with half the score of their opponents at this point. It's a long way back if they want to get a 2-0. There's a flash from RPK, and they move around to clear the toilets. More flashes to take all these AWP angles away, and MSL has been a backstreet surgeon in these rounds with the AWP of late, so these flashes will be very crucial for them. And you can see he's rotated his position now to take them by surprise. Maybe expecting him to try and avoid him, he makes his way towards B.
I like this move by Alex. He tossed the smoke early to get posted up so he can sneak through the smoke and really beat the timing of these nades, but he doesn't get the kill on refresh.
Transfer comes in, and so many frags so quickly. MSL from the back doing damage. MPK, last man standing, 15-7. MSL has come alive, and that is great to see. We have been questioning it. We've seen a lot of maps where he's not been impactful, but here he is with the AWP doing his job and doing it well, and Vitality sits on the brink of elimination in this map. Obviously, they won map 1. Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
You know, it'd be nice if someone told MSL if you play like this all the time instead of like when they really need it most. It'd be a lot less stressful for him and his team. Because we've seen him do it. He's on one right now. He's flicking. He's hitting shots. He's looking really amazing.
Vitality swarming across the B bomb site, looking for these close quarters engagements with the pistols. Some spam from a Tech-9 as they start to throw grenades in. Nico on a very long flank, and MSL will contain in case they try to rotate out towards the A bomb site through connector, which means 3 more CTs towards B, trying to do what they can. Not quite working out so far, or is it? Alex with a knife, and that might be a brutal way to lose this map. RPK versus 4. He's picked up an AK-47. They seem to have no idea where he is, but they know where he could be, and they start to swarm in. There we go. The high ground for OpTic will be enough for a refresh up top, but it's Nico with the last frag. 16-7 for OpTic. A strong scoreline on Overpass to pick of Vitality.
Yeah, this makes things really interesting. Vitality's really just... The team that we saw in Inferno really wasn't present on Overpass, and it's a map which I would say that for the likes of Vitality, with the players they have and some of the skill sets that they have an affinity for, that this would be a great map. It should suit them in theory so well, but I didn't really see, like, they had a CT side where I didn't really see them taking initiative, using their star power at all, and OpTic, they looked really comfortable. So this is a good way to build into a third and final map between these two teams. I'm excited. I have no idea which way it's going to go. And I bet there's some people who put their money on OpTic and
yeah,
pretty happy.
Where are your odds now?
But Dan, you make a pretty good point about not using ZywOo in important spots. Like the rounds that you saw him have impact, he was by Fountain, up in the bathroom area. But the times that you don't see him, he's up in long or something. Like
He's
half
just
the
out
time.
of the rounds.
He's out of the round.
Yeah.
OpTic didn't even go long. They went a lot of times B, and and whatnot. And well, Zaru was not at B most of the time, so OpTic just kind of had the game plan. Let's just ignore Zaru. Let's just avoid him. Why not? And it worked.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, especially on a map like this, you see MSL, the impact it's having right there, just this position is so strong for Orpers. In the first like 30 to 40 seconds of a round, if you can be getting out there and let's say, Zaru is a guy taking contact, or you're finding ways to take contact at that portion of the round, it really is impactful. And it kind of has a ripple effect into the rest of the rounds because you get information, you force certain maneuvers from your opponents. You just really start to get in there, but I feel like there's too much passivity, and we saw that OpTic were very happy about that. MSL right at the top of the scoreboard. Good to see, especially going to that third map. Extra confidence into a map which could be uncomfortable. We're going to Nuke after all.
It's going to be uncomfortable for Pinnacle, that's for sure. There's guys in the office who are going to be like, just getting a Chinese abacus out, trying to figure out what odds they need to kind of recover from those crazy, almost nine odds on OpTic, man. You guys are going to be panicking. If you need an abacus, let us know. We can get a courier. Might not arrive in time, though, to save you. You might have to sell the dog if OpTic win this one. Good luck.
Well, I guess on that note, we'll go to a break. We'll be back with map 3. It will be Nuke. See you soon for that.